What's up, everybody? It's your boy C Sam's, and this is The Specs. Now, ENDGAME has came out, and it has left us with a lot of questions that are unanswered. After watching Infinity War the other day, I have some more questions. So, I'm going to talk about the top 5 things that we didn't see and places that we didn't see in ENDGAME. So basically, where have you been? Number 5, the Ravengers. After Guardians of the Galaxy, we see Sylvester Stallone as head of the Ravengers, the whole faction of different people who go from different places, stealing stuff, whatever. But you see that they have a nice, humble spirit. How come they didn't step in the fight of all fights at the end of ENDGAME? How come we didn't see them at all? So the question is, where have you been? Were they caught in another side of the galaxy? I'm sure some of you guys must have disappeared during the whole conflict. So again, the question is, where were you guys during the fight to end all fights in ENDGAME? Number 4, Lady Sif. Now, Lady Sif and the Warriors 3 were Thor's greatest allies. The Warriors 3 died in Thor Ragnarok, but we didn't see Lady Sif. We didn't see her at all in Infinity War or in ENDGAME. So my question for you is, where have you been? Where did she go? Was she on Earth with the new Asgard? Was she somewhere else in the galaxy? We don't know. It would have been great to see her assemble with the A-Force, with the other women of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but we didn't see her. So maybe we missed her in all the conflict. Maybe she was there in the crowd. Who knows? We need to know. Lady Sif, where you been? Number 3, the Grand Master. In Thor Ragnarok, we see the Grand Master on Sitar, and he is taking all these warrior fighting exhibition stuff and all that stuff, but all that stuff ended at the end of Thor Ragnarok. So my question for you guys is, well, for him actually, where you been? I mean, was he there during the whole conflict? Was he hiding out? I mean, he seems like the type of guy that would hide out during this entire thing. If you look at Thanos' Quest, the comic book, the Grand Master is the last person that Thanos sees before he gets the last stone. He goes into this nice little competition with him where he actually turns the tables and he takes the stone from the Grand Master. But we didn't see the Grand Master at all in this ENDGAME or in Infinity War. So I thought it would have been a nice touch if we saw that character in either one of those movies. Number 2, Xandar. Now, a place that we didn't see at all in Infinity War or in ENDGAME was Xandar. And all we know in the beginning of Infinity War is when Thanos arrives and he appears, he has the Power Stone. Now, the last time we saw the Power Stone, we saw the Power Stone locked away in Xandar with the Nova Corps. So, what happened to the Nova Corps? That's my question. Where have you been? Was the Nova Corps completely destroyed? Was Xandar, the planet, completely destroyed? Doesn't Thanos leave half the population? So shouldn't half of the population want to step into this fight, in this conflict? Or did he wipe out the entire armed forces and just left the people left back? A lot of questions, and it wasn't answered. None of it was answered. We saw nobody from the Nova Corps. We saw Nova Prime nowhere. So we need some answers to these questions. I mean, Xandar was a whole planet. You need to know where you're at. And number 1, the Collector. Now, we've seen Tadalea Savant throughout the entire movies. The 3 movies of Thor, we've seen him in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's there. Well, maybe not the 3 movies of Thor, but whatever. We've seen him there. We know that he's there. In Infinity War, he gets beat up by Thanos. At least that's what we see. And Thanos gets the Reality Stone from the Collector. So my question for you guys is, or for him is, where have you been? Was he somewhere with the Grand Master? Is him and the Grand Master, since they're cousins, were they away together? I mean, it's a lot of questions. Like, it would have been nice to see him in the conflict. It would have been nice to see him actually in the war. I mean, he's not much of a fighter at all, but at least to make some type of notice or mention that these elders of the universe are in the background and they are there and they are just watching the conflict unfurl. And you know what? I have a bonus one for you guys right now. Where you been? The Watchers. Now, in Guardians of the Galaxy, we see the Watchers talking to Stan Lee. And I know the Watchers, they only watch, but it would have been cool to see some type of place where we could see these people kind of sitting there watching what's happening on Earth. And it would have been a real nice touch. It would have been like a cosmic touch to everything that's been happening. But we didn't see any of that in Endgame or in Infinity War. So if you guys see or know of any other characters or places that we did not see in Infinity War or in Endgame, but yet still you're asking the question, comment below. Like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification button so you can know when we drop new stuff. Once again, this is your boy Sams, and this is the Specs. Zams out.